Have you ever thought about coming back to college? Maybe pursuing a dream, pursuing a goal that you have had in mind for a long time, but maybe it just feels overwhelming and just kind of scary to do that. Well, I just want to tell you a little bit about my journey and also my perspective as a college counselor and how to kind of overcome some of those fears and those doubts and still go for what you want. So I did attend a university straight from high school, but it didn't happen as easily as it sounds. My actual journey was that I had done well in certain high school subjects, but others I didn't do so well. Like, for instance, I took honors English, was good in communications, was good with writing, all of those things, but math, not so much. Whether it was fear, whether it was ability, whatever it was, didn't do that well. Also didn't actually do that well in my history class because, well, I got a little bored with it, I think. And so because of the grades I got in history and I think it was geometry, it was questionable whether or not I was going to be able to go straight to the university, which I really wanted to, because ironically, although I'm a counselor now at a community college and have been for close to 30 years, at that time, the community college really had a stigma. So it was like this sense that if I didn't go straight to the university, I was kind of, I hadn't achieved what I should have, and I was having to settle. Well, again, that was the thinking at that time. It was very limited thinking and very limited ideas of the world and of education. But anyway, I kind of felt a little desperate. I started writing to the university and asking if somehow I could still be considered, even with the 2 low grades I had, and explaining to them my potential and all that. And it actually worked. I got in, just to a state university locally here, near my home, but I felt a relief because all the fears I had just told you, all my misconceptions about college. But anyway, I did get to start at the university, but I was still nervous as heck first attending. I remember that this was unusual again about my situation. So my mother actually was attending the university where I was going to go at the time that I was going to attend. So because I was kind of the shy, introverted, scary kind of kid, I was happy about it, and I was close to my mom. I'm still close to my mom, and so I didn't mind hanging out with her. So probably something a lot of college students wouldn't have wanted to do, I didn't mind doing. So here I go, trekking it onto the campus of Cal State Dominguez, and with my mom, and happy to do it. And so I did that, and this is why I was so happy, was because I was scared to ask questions. I was really scared to ask questions. And which leads me to one of my first points when you're thinking about trying to go back to college and do something you've never done before. There are 3 things that kind of can hit you: fear, insecurity, and uncertainty. And I had all of both: fear, insecurity, and uncertainty. So the first fear I had was, would I get into the college, which I did. Then the next fear was, oh my God, here I am on a new campus. My mom was with me, but here she had to go off to her classes. She kind of showed me, hey, this is where you go as a first-time student. This is where you check in, and you're gonna kind of get your classes set up. I was still so nervous. I was scared. I was a scaredy cat, man. I hated asking questions. I hated not knowing things. I'm still like that. I'm bad. Don't do that. Don't be like that. I tell my students all the time, ask. I was the worst. I mean, I just was so nervous about asking questions. But I did. I went into the gym where all the students were first checking in, was able to get my classes set up and have my schedule and everything. And then, trying to find my way around campus. I was so excited when I could meet my mom for lunch in the cafeteria and figure that out, and just everything being new, And so when you're facing, your fear is from dealing with the unknown. There's always an unknown factor. It's a new world. It's like being a toddler all over again and dealing with something you're not familiar with. So how do you deal with that fear? I mean, you literally have to be afraid and do it anyway. You have to say, okay, I'm afraid. This is nerve-wracking, and I still have to do it. There's just no way around it. Now, specifically with college, one of the things you want to know is that it would be nice for you to go onto the college websites, get somewhat familiar with the different programs that are offered, get familiar with the services that are offered, learn a little something about it. So if you go to the school website, you can find out a lot of information. You can really explore the college before you actually go onto the campus. So the website, look for the catalog on the website. In the catalog is where you're going to find all the information about the support programs, all the information about the various majors, the programs, not so much the dates. You won't find as much dates on in the catalog. You'll find that in the school schedule, which is, for each semester. But the catalog will tell you a lot about your rights, your rules, what it takes to actually graduate and finish a major. So it's just nice to start looking that way. I mean, I actually want you to get help more directly, which leads me to when you're afraid and doing something new, who do you ask? So in the college arena, these are the places you should go. You should look for where is the counseling office. Find the counseling office, get an appointment if you need to, and get the help. They're going to open the doors to so much information. They're going to give you clarity about your major, what classes are required. They'll help you understand deadlines. They'll help you know where other services are. Usually there's also a welcome center on a campus. So welcome center is specifically designed for brand new students. When you don't know where to go, when you need to sign up, you don't even know how to sign up for classes. That's a place to go. And thirdly, orientations. Find out if there are any orientations scheduled that you can attend that will just help explain everything to you and kind of give you a nice kickstart to when you're first starting college. Now let's talk a little bit about insecurities you might feel, because besides just there being the unknown, is do I have what it takes? Now, one of the things I faced when I started college was, I told you in high school I took honors English, so I was good. I thought I was good with my writing. I had really good teachers. I got good feedback on my writing. Not that I was perfect, but I thought I was pretty good. So you know what? I tried to test out of English, composition English, because I thought, I probably could do that. But I did not pass that test. I did not pass it so that I could skip taking English composition. And I was devastated. I mean, my mom found me on the steps of the library crying, because I was so devastated. It really was not that big of a deal. I mean, there were just some things I still needed to learn and improve in. And looking back, I mean, it was such a blessing to take the English classes I did at the college, because I learned so much more and actually enjoyed them. But at the time, it just played into some insecurities I had. Now, I already knew I wasn't that good at math or hadn't learned it very well, but English, I thought that was my thing. But it just goes to show you're always going to have some insecurities, and it's good to sit down and assess yourself. What are my weaknesses? Are they academic weaknesses? Are they weaknesses in time management? Or maybe motivation? Are you a procrastinator? Because it's nice to, even before you talk to the counselor, to have assessed yourself to some extent and to identify some of these weaknesses. But then on the flip side, what are your strengths? What do you need to remember about yourself that you have, whether you're coming straight from high school or you're a returning student who maybe was out there in the workforce. You have some life skills, you have some knowledge, you have some natural abilities, you have some life experience, and all of those things can help you as well in what you're going to do. Do not sell yourself short. You're stronger than you realize. I always had to remind myself, because I was kind of a late driver. Like, I didn't get my driver's license till I was 19. And I used to tell myself to kind of bolster my confidence. I would look at the people in the cars, driving. Let's say I was riding around with my mom or dad, and I would tell myself, they can't all be more intelligent than me or have some special abilities more than me. If they can drive, I can drive. And it's like, you have to do what you have to do to give yourself confidence. And the same is with college. Do you think everybody in college is so brilliant? I mean, people have all types of different abilities. Some are good in science. Some are naturally good in math. Some are naturally good at analysis or philosophy or medical subjects. So just give yourself a break. You will find what you're good at. Although I will tell you a little support in that. Check the link below. I have a nice PDF that can give you a heads up on identifying what you're good at and what you might want to pursue. And that leads me to the other area of getting ready to go back to school is the uncertainty. Sometimes the uncertainty is about what will you study, what will you major in, what are the classes I need to actually take for that, and can I even afford it? And I'm just here to tell you there are answers to all of that. Once you take that step and just go onto the campus and start talking to people, you're going to find out about financial aid, federal aid, state aid, scholarships, sometimes full-blown fee waivers that will pay for everything for your classes. And so that's encouraging. And then in terms of what to study and what will you take, again, your counselors are there to help you, to assist you. But also use that PDF that I have that you can see in the description area below. Use that link because that'll allow you to start exploring. And then when you talk to your counselor, you'll have even more ideas of what can I do. There are answers and there are resources always. You always find the answers when you take the risk to step out there, when you just try. And so again, my journey with college has been interesting. I have a lot more to tell you guys, but I'll tell you on another video. This is long enough, but just encourage you, face the fear, the insecurity, the uncertainty. There are answers. You can do it, and you will make it. And if you have any doubts about that, you just contact me and I'll help you out. All right. Hey guys, leave me a comment on the video that you're watching. I want to know what you think. And also, go to the link in the description box below so I can keep you up to date with Glue and how to live that good life. Take care. Now before you leave, don't forget, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check out the next videos.